Yeah, ayy, yeah, ayy, ayy, yeah, ayy, ayy, ayy.
That's it.
Face plant, yeah. I need love, I need drugs, I need savior. My niggas, I got blood on my hands, yo. I might up there eat a truck on my fucking fans, ayy. Yo, fuck, I'm up white, Johnny K, I might lose my mind, I can't never love a bitch, ayy.
Welcome back to the channel. This is going to be part 2 of What If Naruto Was in the Anbu. Before I start the video, I just want to say thank you for 260 subscribers and the great amount of support I've been getting on the videos. With that being said, let's get straight into the video. Naruto felt disrespected, and he told Neji that he would become Chunin because he is the most skilled Genin taking the exams. Neji laughed and said, "We'll see about that," and threw a punch at Naruto. As his hand was getting closer to Naruto, Naruto used some of Kurama's chakra to catch the punch. Then Naruto went to punch Neji, but before he could, both team senseis grabbed them and separated them. Then Guy said to Kakashi, "Hello, my rival." And Kakashi said, "Hello, Guy." Guy then said, let's make this a competition. Whoever's team does worse in the tuning exams has to buy the other's dinner." Kakashi agreed and thought to himself, "This is the easiest bet I've ever made." Then the team separated. Kakashi brought his team to the stands to watch the first couple of matches. But as they were walking to the stands, they passed some sand ninja that had red hair and very ominous chakra, almost as ominous as Kurama's. Naruto thought to himself, "I hope I get to face him." Then Kurama got Naruto's attention and said, "That kid that just passed with the red hair is Gara of the Sand. He's the Jinchuriki of the One-Tail Shikaku. And that it would be a hard fight because he uses sand as a defense." Naruto said, "That's nothing. I'll just use some of your chakra. You're stronger than Shikaku, right?" Then Kurama said, "Yes, I am the strongest of the tailed beasts." Then Kakashi explained to his team how the exams would work. He said, "You guys will be fighting ninja from other villages and from our village that is here taking the exams." Then Sasuke said that he had to go to the bathroom. On his way, he was stopped by Rock Lee. And Lee said, "I want to see what you're made of before the exams, Uchiha." Then Sasuke smiled and said, "I've been waiting for you to say that." And Lee started attacking Sasuke, but he kept dodging with his Sharingan. As they were fighting, Sasuke realized Lee hadn't slowed down at all since they started. Noticing that, Sasuke said he gives up, that he's not going to waste his stamina before the exams begin. Then Lee said, "Okay, I hope I get to face you during the exams." Then he walked away. After Sasuke was alone, he said out loud, "How am I going to be strong enough to avenge my clan if I can't even keep up with Lee?" After he said that, he heard someone walking towards him. He noticed there was a man with long black hair with purple under his eyes. He approached Sasuke and said, "I couldn't help but overhear what you said about not being strong enough to avenge your clan." Then Sasuke responded by saying, "And so what if I did? What are you going to do about it?" Then the man said, I want to help you get stronger, but you have to come with me, Sasuke." He agreed because he was desperate for power. Then the man said, "You cannot tell anyone you met me, but first I have to see what you're capable of. So you have to fight at least one round in the exams." Sasuke agreed and said, "I'm Sasuke Uchiha, what's your name?" Then the man replied, "I'm Orochimaru." Then he disappeared. Sasuke went back to his team. They asked what took him so long. He said he was talking to a friend. Then they told him who was fighting in the exams. When they said he was fighting Rock Lee, he smiled and said he was ready. Then they called Sasuke and Lee to the arena. They got ready to fight. They started with hand-to-hand combat, and Sasuke was faster than Lee. Then Sasuke jumped into the air and used his fireball jutsu. It hit the ground in front of Lee, and he flew back into the wall. Then Lee stood up and yelled, "Sensei, can I take them off?" Then Guy yelled back, "Take off the weights, Lee." So he jumped up onto a ledge away from Sasuke and took off his weights. And he dropped them. When they hit the ground, looked like an explosion. Then he disappeared, and he reappeared right next to Sasuke. And then he kicked Sasuke in the side. Sasuke spit out blood and then activated his Sharingan and fought back. Sasuke could barely track Lee because how fast he was. Then Lee got behind Sasuke and threw him into the air. Then he wrapped him with his bandages and used his primary lotus. When they hit the ground, there was a smoke screen. When it cleared, Sasuke was gone and Lee was unconscious. Everyone was wondering where Sasuke was, but they had to finish the Chunin exams, so they sent out some Anbu to track down Sasuke. Now was the next round. It was Gaara versus another Sand Ninja, but that match didn't last long because Gaara used his sand coffin on his opponent's leg and he broke them. Naruto seen this and knew it was going to be a fun match, but in the back of his mind, he was worried about Sasuke, since he just disappeared, so he decided he would finish his matches a little faster, so he would be able to go help search for Sasuke. Naruto didn't fight in the first round, he got a pass straight to the second round, and he was going against Gaara. The match was about to start, and Kurama said, "Don't be afraid to use me in this fight, because if you don't, you might end up dying." Then the match started, and Naruto summoned 4 shadow clones. They went behind him and sat down, gathering nature energy for Naruto to use. Then Naruto threw some kunai at Gaara, and his sand caught them. Then Naruto used some of his nature energy he gathered, and used a Rasengan to attack Gaara. Gaara tried to block it with his sand, but Naruto's Rasengan went straight through it, and it hit Gaara in the arm. It broke Gaara's arm. Then he started freaking out because he had never gotten injured before, but because his sand was always protecting him. While he was freaking out, Naruto noticed that Gaara was going through a transformation. Kurama told Naruto that Gaara was slowly losing control to Shukaku, and he would soon undergo a full transformation into Shukaku, and the Gaara would die. Then Kurama said the only way Gaara wouldn't die would be if he was knocked out. Naruto knew it wasn't going to be easy, because he was basically fighting another tailed beast. After the Jonin at the exam realized what was happening, they started evacuating all the people in the Genin. Then they tried to hold off the tailed beast. Then there was a crash behind them, and they looked back and Naruto had undergone his tailed beast transformation, but no one knew it was Naruto, so they tried fighting him off too. Then Naruto said, "Move out of the way," and he started charging up a tailed beast bomb. When Shukaku seen Naruto charging up a tailed beast bomb, he also started charging up a tailed beast bomb. The Jonin were confused about what was happening. Then Kakashi yelled for them all to run away. When they ran away, Kakashi used Mud Wall to surround the 2 tailed beasts. Then Naruto used his tailed beast bomb, and it collided with Shukaku's. There was a giant explosion. It broke the wall and created a lot of smoke, but when the smoke cleared, all the Jonin except for Kakashi and Gaara Sensei, they went down and the boys were laying unconscious in the center of the arena. And then the 2 senseis picked them up and took them to the medical corps to be healed. Before they reached the hospital, Naruto woke up and was fully healed. Then he asked Kakashi, "Did I save him?" And Kakashi said yes. Then Naruto left and went home. After Naruto left, Kakashi went to the Hokage's office and told Hiruzen that Sasuke was gone and that Naruto was too skilled to be a Genin or a Chunin. Then Hiruzen asked Kakashi what he thought Naruto could be, and Kakashi said he needs to be in the Anbu or an elite Jonin. So Hiruzen called Danzo to the Hokage's office to talk about Naruto. This is where I'm going to leave off part 2. Make sure you like and subscribe. Also, hit that bell button so you don't miss the next part. And comment what you thought about this video down below. And as always, I hope all of you guys have a great day. Peace out.